Hi students, in first class we discussed the basic terminologies which are used in statistics and the probability subject. Now in today class we are going to discuss the methods of collecting data. How can we collect data from internal or external source? What are the methods involving in data collection? Before that, what is statistics? Statistics is a tool for converting data into information. Statistics is a tool for converting data into information. Actually, we collected the data from external source or internal source. This data means collection of observations. Data means collection of observations either in number form or in any other form, collection of observations. So we have the collected information only, collected observations only. After applying the statistical tool, this collected data will converted into meaningful information. This collected data is converted into meaningful information. Statistics plays a vital role when to transform the data into information. To transform the data into information. Now, what is data? How can we collect the data? Where we have to gather? How is it is gathered? How can the data come from? How do we ensure it is accurate? How we can ensure the data is accurate? How can we ensure it is reliable? Is it representing the population from which it was drawn? We have to answer for all these questions before collecting the data. You have to know the answer for all these questions before collecting the data. Let us see one by one. So, what are the methods while collecting data here? What are the methods while collecting data? Direct observation, experiments, and survey. In these three methods, we have collected the data: direct observation, experiments, and surveys. So, how can what is meant by direct observation? We prepared some set of questionnaires and sent to the respondents by emailing or by mailing or through WhatsApp and ask them to fill them out and mail them back. This is called a direct observation. And having interviews with the respondents, we have to go to the spot and meet the respondents one to one or meet the respondents through via telephone. We collected the data. That is called the direct observation. Then sending interviewers to the respondents' home or office directly and collected the face-to-face interview. This is called the collection of data. This is the one method to collect the data. We meet the respondents or through email or through telephone. We collected the information. So, depending on the nature, the variable data is classified into two broad categories. One is qualitative data, another one is quantitative data. Qualitative data tells the nature and quantitative data tells the number. Quantitative data tells the count. Qualitative data tells the explains the nature. In quantitative data, we classified into two types. We have discrete data and continuous data. Discrete data and continuous data. Let us see the qualitative data. The data is collected based on the qualities like the gender. That is called the qualitative data. So quantitative means data collected through measurement like length, breadth, etc. So it is collected through measurements. Qualitative means it collected based on the nature, qualities. Quantitative means based on the measurement. What is discrete data? The variable under observation takes only fixed values. Fixed values is called the discrete data. It takes any value between the interval, that is called the continuous data. It takes any value between the interval is called continuous data. Then this is an example for quantitative and qualitative. In this figure, how many number of kids are present in this figure? That is called quantitative. It gives the number, numerical value. Number of kids is 6. This is called the qualitative. Qualitative means these kids are looking happy. So this is the nature. Qualitative means happy kids. Qualitative means happy kids. So quantitative data gives the number measurement. Qualitative data gives the character or qualities. Then, quantitative data can be collected from surveys, questionnaires, tests and existing databases. Qualitative data can be collected from focused groups, unstructured interviews and unstructured information. Then these are the common data collection method. Very, very important question in 2 marks as well as in detailed question. Common data collection method. Survey, case study, interview, observation, group assessment, expert or peer reviews, portfolio reviews, testimonial, test, photographs, diaries, journals, document review and analysis. These are the common methods for classifying the data, collection of data. Before the collection of data, the data is classified into two types according to the collection. One is primary data, another one is secondary data. Primary data, another one is secondary data. So, what are the choice of methods? Either primary data or secondary data. The method of data collections depends on various factors, object and nature of inquiry, availability of financial resources, availability of time, accuracy required, and collecting agencies. The data which are collected, then let us discuss about the primary data. The data which are collected from the field under the direct supervision of the investigator is called the primary data. We are going to the field directly and collected the data, that is called primary data. Yeah, this is the fresh data. This is the fresh data which were collected directly. This is collected for the first time without any modification. So this is the fresh data is called the primary data. Then, how can we collect the primary data? There are various methods for collecting the primary data: direct personal observation, oral interview, information through agencies, mailed questionnaires, schedules sent through enumerator. Direct personal observation means the investigator meets the person personally and observes the courteous in behavior. He asks or cross-examines the informant and collects the necessary information. It is original in director because the investigator meets the person directly and collected the data, so it is very original. Then it is suitable for the following cases where greater accuracy, if we need the greater accuracy means this method should be followed. Where the field of inquiry is not large. If the field is very big means we are not able to meet each and every person individually due to time consumption. So if it is a small field means this method is applicable. This is the confidential data also. Now, direct personal observations, merits and demerits. Here the merits are original data are collected, it is very reliable. Original data are collected, very reliable and it is the highest accuracy. What are the demerits? If the field is very large, we are not able to apply this method due to time consuming and it is too expensive. Then, indirect oral interview. The investigator approaches the witness or third parties who are in touch with the informant. The enumerator interviews the people who are directly or indirectly connected with the problem under the study. Here we are not going to the spot directly, but with by means of the third party. By means of third party, we meet the persons. Third party, we meet the persons and collected the data. This is called the indirect oral interview. Indirect oral interview. This is suitable when the area is very large. We are not able to meet each and every individual due to time consumption. So if the studied field is very large, it is very suitable for that. Then, what is the merits and demerits? It is very simple and convenient. It saves money and labor. These are the merits. But demerits are, it cannot be relayed because of the absence of direct control. We are not go to the spot directly. So the data may be modified. It is not accuracy. It is maybe the accuracy level may be low. Then information through agencies, the local agents or correspondents will be appointed and collected the data information. They do according to their own ways and taste. This system is adopted by newspaper agencies, etc. The informants are generally called correspondents. This is suitable if the field is very large. Then mailed questionnaires. In this method, a questionnaire consisting of a list of questions pertaining to the inquiry is prepared. We prepared the first questionnaire based on the various, focusing on various characters. The questionnaire is sent to through the respondents through mails. A covering letter is also sent along with the questionnaire, requesting the correspondent to extend their full cooperation by giving the correct replies. This method is adopted by the research works, private individuals, non-official agencies, state and central governments. It is suitable if the area is very large. Then, of all the methods, the mailed questionnaire is most economical because we are sending more number of people at a time, so it is more economical too. It can be widely used when the area of investigation is large. It saves money, labor, and time. But there are so many demerits. We cannot be sure about the accuracy and reliability of the data because the respondents sometimes did not give the exact result, so it is not reliable. There is a long delay in receiving the data from respondents. So secondary data are those data which have been already collected and analyzed by some earlier agency for its own use. Later, the same data are used by the different agency. Initially, the collected data is published in external source. They are used by some other person. Later, we collected the data that is called secondary data. Published source. This data is collected by published source or unpublished source. Published source, international publications, official publications, semi-official publications, publication of research institution. Already the data is published. From this published data, we can use for our purpose, that is called the secondary data. Unpublished source, there are various sources of unpublished data. They are records maintained by various governments. If need some data from the government agencies, we go to refer the record of the government with permission, then the data is collected. That is called the unpublished sources. So, what is the preconception in the use of secondary data? Before using the secondary data, the investigator should consider the following factors: suitability of the data, adequacy of the data, and the reliability of the data. Now, this is our class summary. Initially, we start with the meaning of statistics and application of statistics in various branches like theorymetry, chemometry, biostatistics, etc. Then statistics types, that is called descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Descriptive statistics deals with the data, tables, charts. Inferential statistics deals with the point of estimation theory and the testing of hypothesis. And we see the discussed various data types, qualitative data, quantitative data, and the data collection method, primary data and secondary data, and also discussed the merits and demerits. We will see in next class in some other topic. Thank you.